If you're moving to Tampa Bay and you've been doing your research, chances are the 33626 zip code has come up more than once, and there's a reason for that. Today, I'm going to tell you exactly why families from all over the country keep landing here. And once they do, they almost never leave. So let's get into it. I'm Bryan Coward, a local real estate expert in the 33626 zip code with Keller Williams. And when I say local, I mean it. My family moved here in the late 80s, and I was literally riding my dirt bike through open fields where Westchase sits today. None of this had existed back then. The neighborhoods, West Park Village, the golf course, the community pools, all of it was open land. I watched this community get built from the ground up, and I've watched it become one of the most sought after zip codes in all of Tampa Bay. It was literally a swampland. So when I tell you about this neighborhood, I'm not reading from a brochure. This is my home. And I work with relocating families every single day who are trying to figure out if it should be theirs too. Let's start with location because it's the foundation of everything else. The 33626 zip code sits on the northwest side of Tampa, and the access from here is genuinely hard to beat. You've got the Veterans Expressway, which runs into the Suncoast Parkway right here at your doorstep, which means Tampa International Airport is only about 15 minutes, 20 minutes max on a normal day. Downtown Tampa is roughly the same, a little bit further. St. Petersburg, the beaches, Wesley Chapel, the West Shore Business District. You can get to all of it without feeling like you're at the edge of the earth. For families relocating from major metro areas like New York or Boston or DC, this kind of access is very familiar. You're connected to everything, but you come home to a neighborhood that actually feels like a neighborhood. And that combination can be rare in Florida. And it's really one of the first things buyers tell me after they move in. Now, schools are one of the number one reasons families target this zip code, and the story here is strong. Inside the Westchase master community, you're zoned for Westchase Elementary, Davidson Middle, and Alonzo High School, all consistently rated options in Hillsborough County. But here's what a lot of buyers don't know until they start digging. The 33626 zip code includes neighborhoods like Waterchase and Highland Park, and homes in these communities are zoned for Sickles High School. Sickles is one of the most sought-after high schools in all of Hillsborough County, and families specifically relocate to get into that zone. So within one zip code, you've got access to two elite high school options, depending on exactly where you buy. Now, I walk every school-focused buyer through this before they start making offers, and I always say the same thing. Verify your exact address for school zoning. Don't assume. But the school story in 33626 is as strong as it gets here in Tampa Bay. Now, here's the thing about the 33626 that you can't fully appreciate until you have lived here. This zip code has a real sense of community that a lot of Florida suburbs just don't have. And I say that as someone who watched this community grow from nothing. When my family moved here in the late 80s, it was all open land, dirt, roads, cowfields, swamps. What exists here today was intentionally built around the idea of people actually knowing their neighbors, and it worked. West Park Village is the heart of it. A walkable town center with restaurants, coffee shops, and community events that bring people together year-round. Sometimes there's Friday night concerts, holiday events, farmers markets on Saturdays. There's always something happening. The amenities back it up too. Multiple community pools, tennis courts, pickleball courts, parks, walking trails, and green areas throughout the neighborhood. And beyond Westchase proper, the 33626 corridor gives you easy access to everything Tampa Bay has to offer. World-class beaches, and 30 to 40 minutes away, professional sports teams like the Rays, Lightning, Buccaneers, and world-class dining. Water Street has been built up around downtown. We're getting Michelin star restaurants. It's truly a great place to be right now. Now, let's talk about what your money gets you here, because the range is wider than most people expect. In the 33626, you can find entry-level homes starting around $550, and for everything the zip code delivers, that's very competitive. From there, some of the interior villages offer premium single-family homes ranging from mid-6s to upwards of 800. And at the top end, the gated golf course communities like Harbor Links, the Estates, they start around 700 and can push well past $1 million, $1.5 million. What holds value here is the combination of location, schools, and lifestyle. Westchase has consistently been one of the most resilient markets in Tampa Bay because the demand really never goes away. Families want in, and once they're in, they tend to stay. In fact, there are no single-family homes available right now in West Park Village, and none pending in the last 30 days. So who is this zip code actually the best fit for, well, families relocating from the Northeast or Midwest who want a real neighborhood with community events, walkable amenities, and top schools. Remote workers who want a Florida lifestyle without sacrificing access and infrastructure. Professionals commuting to the West Shore Business District, downtown Tampa, or the airport corridor, and buyers who've done their research and realized that in Tampa Bay, not all zip codes are created equal. I've been watching people discover this community my entire life. They come for the schools and the location, and they stay because of everything else. That's been true since the first houses here went up in Westchase, and it's still true today. That was back in the late 90s. Now, if you're moving to Tampa Bay and you want a neighborhood that checks literally every box, schools, location, lifestyle, community, and in long-term value, 33626 belongs at the top of your list. It's not the cheapest option in Tampa Bay, but for families who've done their research, it consistently is the right one. Now, I rode my dirt bike through these fields as a kid, and I watched this community become something genuinely special. I'd love to help you make it your home too. I love it here. Head to westchaserealtor.com to search for active listings in the 33626 zip code, or call or text me directly at 727-325-6009. I put out a new video every week covering everything you need to know about living in and moving to the Tampa Bay area. Subscribe so you don't miss it, and I'll see you in the next video.